Explosion after show. All right, with only 10 days till the exes move in and all of the romance in the house, we've got a lot to talk about. All right, so let's get to it. Please say hello to Jay, Jamie, Corey, Ariel, Thomas, and give it up for Jenny. And I'm sure you're all wondering, where is Ashley, right? Yeah, we've been waiting, no?
Not really. Very much so. Very much so.
No. Wow, well, she's here, and she'll be joining us a little bit later. All right, so, Jay, I wanted to start off by saying, when I was watching everything, it was very emotional to see what you went through. And I'm so sorry about, your loss. And, unless you've gone through something like that, losing your mom, nobody will understand that pain. So thank you for being so brave. So obviously, everything came out that Ashley was the one who ripped up your mom's phone number. What's going through your head?
The biggest question is, honestly, I want to know why. Like, of all people, I did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And she goes through my stuff. Why? Why would you do that? It cost me like 3-4 days talking to my mom because I was dialing the wrong number. It's one of the worst things I ever dealt with my entire life. And then to sit there and watch her rip that up drives me nuts.
Jenny, you actually showed love to Ashley.
The side that I saw, I don't think everyone else in the house saw, when it was just her and I hanging out. I just feel like maybe she's just going through something difficult right now.
Yeah. Ariel, you seem like you get along with everybody.
Yeah.
You even voted Ashley out of the house.
No, she needs to go. It was done. It was like, no, okay, hold on. I vibe with a lot of people, and it takes a lot to get underneath my skin. And day 2, she was already there.
I mean, the way she threw that hamburger at you. Boom.
I watched it, and I'm like, wow, I had a lot of patience.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, here's the thing. I don't hate girls. Like, I don't hate women. I have a lot of strength, unfortunately, and I know that if I were to actually hit her back, she would be in a hospital or not here with us today, so.
All right, so Jay, how do you feel? Because you actually stood up for her when the vote was happening in the house.
I know.
How do you feel?
That's why I voted yes originally to come back, because I didn't think she did anything to me, obviously, until now. Can I change my vote?
Yeah.
I'll change my vote.
Yeah, well, let's have another vote right now. So the official vote to not have Ashley back, please raise your hand.
No. I mean, that wasn't a surprise, was it?
Corey, let me talk to you real quick, okay?
What's up?
Because you did get a lap dance from her.
I did.
Right?
Yes, I did.
And you also voted her out.
He's like in church, yes.
And you also voted her out the house. So obviously
yeah.
the lap dance didn't keep you, on her side.
No, just because we had that, I felt like I used this opportunity to really figure out things that I needed to work on as an individual and kind of figure out how I can grow in this process. And she just was, she was a hot mess. She had to go.
Yeah. And Thomas, for you, because, you also voted her out, which is
did.
interesting because most of the time when she was, like, causing chaos.
I was passed out.
Yeah. So,
It's smart. I was asleep.
I said it, Tom's the smartest kid in the house.
Honestly, I voted her out because they wanted her gone, and I liked to write no a lot. She thought she was the
yeah.
and, she's a piece.
Yeah. All right, well, one thing for sure is that Ashley can get out of hand, especially when she drinks. And I want you guys to check this out right now, okay?
Uh-oh.
She tattooed her whole body from neck to ankle and will never have a boyfriend. The reason we have a table, the reason we have a bottle is because of me. Don't ask my friends to get you guys damn tables and to get you guys bottles. I promise, from anything, my friends will not get you a damn bottle ever again. Ever again.
What a sweetheart. What a great roommate.
She's adorable.
All right, so Jamie, you obviously had issues with Ashley from the jump.
She's just not good people. She thinks she's higher than everybody else. And to go off about the tattoos, that's bull.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but just because somebody has tattoos doesn't mean they're not going anywhere in life or that they're not going to be in a relationship or anything like that. Thank you. People of the world. Thank you.
To not make this a complete Ashley bashing, a lot of this was like, I don't know if it was for the cameras or whatever, but it just felt like she was just acting out because she just felt nervous. So, I don't know. Even if it was the nerves, that's cool, but you can't continue to, like, be that person to, like, especially if we're all being genuine to you.
Well, you're going to be able to tell Ashley how you feel because she's been backstage listening to our conversation the whole time, all right? And she's going to come out and give her side of the story after the break. Don't go anywhere. This is Real World Explosion After Show.
Coming up.
I stuck up for you, and then you go and rip my stuff up. Cost me 3 days of talking to my mom.
She was trying to make me look bad.
I was done with you. I was done.
With Jay, we got Jamie, Corey, Ariel, Jenny, and Thomas. All right, and now, please welcome Ashley. Hey, honey, how are you? Nice to see you.
Nice
Look
to meet
gorgeous.
you.
Grab a seat. All right, so we obviously know that you left the house.
Yes.
What made you want to leave?
Being in the house, I don't know if it was it was the amount of alcohol and the pressure was making me act like someone that I wasn't. I was drinking to the point where I don't hardly remember anything. I don't want to quit drinking because it's not like I have a drinking problem to where I drink every day. But just when I start drinking, but when I start drinking, it's like, you know, I just keep going and keep going and keep going.
Yeah.
So that's what, more than anything, I just wanted to kind of distance myself from that.
All right, so Jay, Ashley was the one who ripped up your mom's phone number, which obviously you feel a certain way about, and you know, this is your chance to talk to Ashley
beyond
about
pissed. I have to know why. I stuck up for you. I stuck up for you twice. Twice. I stuck up for you when you got into your little beefs.
Yeah.
And then you go and rip my stuff up. Cost me 3 days of talking to my mom. You saw it. I did nothing wrong to you for you to rip that up. So I straight up, I want to know why you ripped it up.
Well, first of all, I know there's not enough words that begin to fix anything, and I do feel really bad. So the reason I did it, as you guys were saying earlier, was I just really didn't remember it. And I know that I didn't know it was your paper. I mean, I think that, I don't have a reason.
Do you believe what she has to say?
I don't know. I'm just struck on the fact that she did it, you know?
Yeah. Ashley, because everyone's talking about how you bothered them, you know, and I want you to have a chance to talk about how you felt and who got on your nerves.
Well, I think everyone knows that me and Jamie don't get along. Because if you give your energy to someone, whether it's negative or positive, you're still giving your energy to that person. So if there's someone I don't like, I'm not going to sit here and keep talking about them because I've got other things I can talk about, like the mistakes I've made and the ways I'm trying to correct them.
Yeah.
Really? You could have redeemed yourself. Ariel pulled you aside and was like, look, you know, we don't hate you. Whatever the case was, if you have a problem, let's square it away and go. So it's not that you didn't have the chance to redeem yourself, because you did. We would have gladly given you a second chance.
Well, I
We'd
guess
given you a
maybe
third
it was
chance.
set in my mind that I was being singled out, and not that it wasn't my own fault, but it was more in my head than your guys', you know, so it just made me feel really alone in that house.
There was never a level of responsibility you took for your actions. You basically, like even just right now, I watched you, oh, I was drunk, and that's how I'm gonna deal with it. I don't hear sincerity in your voice when you talk about what you did. And so after a while,
like I was saying, I really
I'm still
don't
talking.
remember what I
I'm
did.
still talking, love. So the issue here is that there was still no responsibility taken, and it shows in your tone. So if you're going to talk to somebody, and especially with Jay's loss, I felt like I still didn't hear the sincerity in your voice, and so it still doesn't feel like you have a level of responsibility for the things that you've done that really cause a lot of pain and harm in the house.
I have
That's all I have
true
to say.
sincerity, and if you don't hear it in my tone, then that's your issue, but I'm completely sincere. And I feel, and I
Here we
mean,
go.
I think it's good, Ashley, that you're actually talking to everybody about this. This is your chance to really say how you feel.
I feel like I am taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I have the problem. It was my temper. It's my drinking problem. And, I mean, I don't know what else I can do besides say sorry and try to fix my problems for the reason I left the show.
How much more should she do? Like, what is it going to take for you guys to honestly believe that she is sorry for the things that she's done?
See, and I can sit here and talk so much to you right now for everything that happened in the house. You were crying with Francis about how, like, in high school you were picked on and blah, blah, blah. If that was really what happened and that was, like, the underlining root to everything, why did you not just pull us aside? We all had problems. We were open as about all of it. And I don't know why you wouldn't just open up and tell us all that maybe it was in high school and all of us were picked on in high school at one point in time. But to make that as an excuse for your actions on the show, I kind of think is BS. And that's why
I wasn't making it as an excuse, you know. One thing I think even Francis could tell you, I have a problem with opening up to anyone. It's not something we've really done in my family, was telling how you feel. And that's why I think everyone saw that when I have a problem, I would rather just hide from it. So that's like one thing that I've been working on is like, instead of just putting it off until the very moment that you want to explode, you know, where you hold in all of these feelings and you're just like a bomb and go off. If you just let it out slowly and every time that you're bothered or upset, then that bomb won't explode. It won't be ticking inside of you.
Well, Ashley isn't the only guilty one here, Jamie. You know, a lot of people might have felt that you broke girl code when you busted her out, you know, for apparently cheating on Francis.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean, I broke girl code, but when it comes to cheating, I don't tolerate it, guy or girl.
You know, I was wasted, and I felt like she was trying to, you know, point me out and trying to make me look bad for no reason because she didn't know what she was talking about.
You still hooked up with Corey, so you still cheated regardless.
But then why didn't you call me out after that? You were just trying to start.
You. I was
You
done.
were trying to start.
No, I was instigating that situation.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take full responsibility for that. I instigated that like crazy. But afterwards, you proved me. You proved me right. So where am I still wrong in that?
Ashley, were you surprised when Jay called you back and told you that you were voted out the house?
When Jay said, they said no, I wasn't surprised because I knew Jamie, Ariel, and Tom would vote no. But I didn't know which one of these three would.
But now that you've had a chance to be away for a while and looking back, would you have wanted to stay in the house?
No, because it wasn't doing anything to benefit my growth. I wasn't growing in the house. I was repeating the same mistakes over and over. And I just wasn't myself, and I wasn't comfortable.
All right, well, we have to take a break, but when we come back, we'll check out the budding romances in the house. And later, we'll take a sneak peek at life living with your ex. Ew, don't go anywhere. This is Real World Explosion After Show. Coming up. Damn, Thomas, you're sweating a lot, man.
Yes, I'm hot right now.
I think Corey's a lot sexier than Brian.
You feel good, Corey, don't you?
Yeah, you know, just a little
You feel good, because you weren't the man that night she was kicking it with Oscar.